In this video, I'm going to review this gorgeous Rlaarlo XTS F10, the successor to the very successful XTS S10 right here. Not a Ford, not a Subaru, not licensed. I'm going to tell you about its key features. How are they the same? And I'm going to tell you about 11 differences between these two vehicles. I'm going to take it out for a test run. And then if you come back to me, I'm going to tell you about 10 weaknesses of this beautiful vehicle right here. And I'm going to help you decide if you should buy this thing or not. Oh! What's up everyone, FC here. If you need these vehicles, we'll have links in the description and it will help our channel out if you buy through our relationship, our affiliate relationship with them. But I don't want you to buy it if it's not the right one for you. So I'm going to be very clear and very objective about this vehicle. So the first thing is, it is gorgeous. I did not really like the way this thing looked and how it was painted, and this thing is just stunning. So it comes in a beautiful box, handy little box, has a bunch of accessories that I'll tell you about. It has decals that will just blow you away once it is set up. Not licensed, as I said, same as this, but clear windows in an interior. I'll tell you all about the features, but this has been reviewed as one of the most successful rally cars to date, the S10. And they are the same in many ways. It's the same platform, and the biggest similarity is they both have 3 differentials: front, center, diff. Center is the mind-blowing one, and that is why this vehicle drives so well. All metal gearing, all ball bearings, brushless, beautiful machine. Second similarity is both of them have sway bars, front and rear. So even though they ride a little bit high because they're rally cars, they handle really well. Next detail is they both have clipless body mounting system. This one is on a swivel mount. And the next detail is they have 2 receiver boxes. One here, and they only use one. And then there's 2 positions for the ESC. The reason for that is the battery they include is pretty small, and you might, if you want to put a bigger one, it'll give you some options on how to move stuff around. Fourth similarity is they both come with a gyro. You don't have to change your receiver. Gyro is pretty important on a rally car, and they did change it a little bit on how to adjust them and whatnot. They're both adjustable, but there's a little slight change on them, but key that they both have a gyro. They both come with a small battery included, a 2200 milliamp hour 3S. They're both 3S vehicles, and the charger is still that small, very rudimentary overnight charger. Number 6 similarity is they are both coming from the Omni Terminator platform, so they're both monster truck durable. The plating, the shock towers, the side hit kind of protection, and the massive shocks. This thing is a burly beast, very hard to break. And the last detail is they have comprehensive lights, very nice LED lighting. Even better than this, they have like that halo, little dot style LED lighting. Front and rear, it has blowback lights on it when you decelerate off the throttle, and they're both adjustable or switchable from your remote. Now, what changed? 10 things that changed I'm going to tell you about. The first is that the body definitely changed. It now has clear windows. One of my biggest complaints about this was like, wow, that thing is kind of loud, hard to look at. And, painted black windows with stickers. This one is clear, and that gave them the opportunity to give a very cool interior with drivers even. So, just one of the most beautiful bodies that exists, the shapes, but now the clear windows and interior puts it over the top. Next difference is they went with shorter suspension arms on this new model. So this thing is kind of wide right here. The wheelbase is exactly the same, but this is about 15 millimeters wider than the Subaru, I call it Subaru from here on, the F10. What that allows you to do is it allows it to be more scale, and it allows you to fit different bodies on it. Another difference is the new one, the F10 Subaru, I'll call it, has smaller wheels. Look at that. So more scale as opposed to the S10 here, or the Ford. So a little lower top speed on the new model. Next difference is this came with a very handy swivel mount. So you click it on the front, take the sides off, a little fancy, and then boom, it swivels right there. Very handy, you know, switching it on and off, changing the battery, nothing better. All right. So with the Subaru, I'm not sure why they changed, but they did change implementation on the body mounting system. So still, you click the one in front, the tab in the front, make sure the sides are out, and then it's on a spade system on the rear. Okay, so very kind of inconvenient. And then there's a tether here to the wiring, and then it's the classic board to plug tiny wiring, so you have to be very careful. Pretty inconvenient, especially when you're out in the field, because you have to pop the body off to change the battery or even to switch it on. Next difference is they went with a new remote. Allegedly, this is their own remote now, Rlaarlo, and they're going away from this is more the Dumbo RC style, and I would say it's not quite as good. It's version one. A couple improvements. Why is it not as good? It's the plastic is not as nice. The materials, it's kind of bigger than it needs to be, and on the good side, the steering wheel now has foam, so easy to, and it has a thumb throttle or thumb grip right there. All right, but holding it, it's not quite as good action as the old one. Next difference is the body now has optional wheel wells that you tape on to your Lexan to Lexan. Not the best implementation, and it's not installed out of the factory, but it's something you could put on. And the reason for that is for looks and also for keeping debris out of the system. Because rally car, you're always out in the grass and in the rocks, and it spits out a lot of them and puts them in the tray. Number 8 difference is the old vehicle used to come in carbon alloy or kit, or what do you call that, assembly kit. Now the alloy is gone. It's either carbon or the assembly kit. Number 9 difference is the lighting controller is now mounted much better. They learned their lessons. It's now bolted on instead of taped on, and a lot more rigid on how the halos are mounted to the body. So nature of the beast is the fans are very loud. It's like a turbine going on. So there you go. Signal lights that can be turned off. Can have hazard lights too. Has a gyro that is very strong out of the factory on my pre-production model. And that fan, look at that, is building up. It's so strong, it's crazy, right? This window is hard to open on the remote, part of the woes. And then the lighting, here we go. So there's a little delay. But beautiful, beautiful halos on the lighting. Let me turn off the gyro. And then you just so you hear the motor before we get out on the field. And here is the lighting on the rear. So as it's decelerating, blowback. So it's part of what makes this thing so beautiful. But man, you hear that fan? Going crazy, huh? So with some practice, you can find that switch. All right, so why don't we go out on the field and show you how much fun we had this thing, and come back here and I'll show you some weaknesses and body options for this guy. Here we go, some test running.
Whoa.
First shot ever. And this is with a crawler
Brushless.
driver at the helm. No gyro. And some very loose track, crushed gravel, crushed granite. And then right here is just dirt. Recently been rain on, but there's a lot of rocks, a lot of debris. And right here we turn on the gyro, and way more usable on loose conditions like this. Basically, you don't need as much throttle control. It'll just turn and straighten itself out.
Small tires, non-knobby tires.
5 levels of adjustability on the gyro, but we only have 1 on this pre-production model, and it really just works for loose conditions because it's very aggressive. But man, look at all that fun! This thing has got impact and power for its size. It is unreal how planted it is. You can just throttle all day long. And then we took it out with the older XTS with a different body, with a Ford body, a little wider on that yellow and black vehicle, the green and black vehicle. And the gyros were set different, so a little hard to manage. They're not jumpers. They go nose heavy on these little jumps and hit the Lexan. Lexan's fairly durable, by the way. Hit it several times, didn't crack it. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna oval. And this is the kind of things you could do with this vehicle. If you have 1, it's fun, but with 2, it's even better because some skills, some shake and bake is involved. And you don't need a smooth course, which is the problem with road cars. And they don't flip over that much. Problem with basher cars. You just rally and do some driver skill. So 2-lap rally, and then boom, we go some high speed.
Oh yeah.
Sand, different conditions, puddles. There's a lot of tire ruts from a truck that's been passing by here. So once in a while you see it flip over, and you're like, why did it do that? There's some deep ruts here. Boom. It never faltered, and then boom, we got it wet. There's enough power to get through the water and not lose too much speed. But really, just the man,
Dang.
so good. Okay, what do you think? So the performance is mind-blowing. Performance is so fun. It's like less than ideal conditions, just really rough track and rocks. But this thing, you could see the potential both without gyro and with gyro. And ours is pre-production, so we had some. Our gyro was pretty strong, but man, with the little tires, without some real knobs, I was pretty shocked how well it was able to take that beating. We rolled it a few times, no damage. Just gotta clean it up. So that's really the strength of the vehicle, is how usable it is, how fun it is. You know, for a lot less money than the competition, they really made a chassis that is so robust, adjustable, and capable. But let's get through some weaknesses. No vehicle is perfect, and a lot of these are really just minor compared to the overall package of what you're getting in the looks and the performance and the price. But I wanted to share these with you. So the first problem, I would say, the first weakness is that it's not a swivel mount. So the swivel mount on this guy was a godsend. Okay, so it made me forgive the side, mounting that they had, because it was just so easy to switch it on, and the wire to the lighting was never compromised. As it is now, every time you do it, you're tugging on that wire and you're gonna damage it. So that's number one weakness. Number two weakness is the tub fills up with debris on both these cars. We were like, wow. When I was cleaning it, where we were, crushed gravel, crushed granite, and a bunch of pebbles. I was shaking rocks off for a good 10 minutes. It was crazy. In fact, one of the cars, it just stopped running because a pebble got into somewhere in the drive line. All right. Number 3 weakness is the decals are beautiful, but they are hard. It's all kind of one piece, and you do have to take the mirrors off and the interior off just to put these on. So they should have put it on themselves because these are not like, these little things, labels, you can put them on yourself, but a whole body scheme paint, that should come from the factory. Also the wheel wells, they should come installed as well, but they do need to come up with better mounting than this little double-sided tape that they have. Potentially they could scrape off your paint too if if you glue it on or if you have some very powerful tape. Number 4 weakness is the gyro is hard to adjust. This is a pre-production model. My gyro is not adjustable, but on the old model, you just pop this open and turn the knob. There's your gyro. You can see it as you're doing it. This guy, you have to turn the machine off and on, select off before you can. So you can't really adjust it on the fly while you're out there looking for your perfect gyro number. Number 5 weakness is the stock battery is small. It's a 2200 milliamp hour. This is a heavy vehicle with a very powerful motor, 300 or 3800 kV, and it runs out, it seems like less than 10 minutes. Just as you're having fun, boom, it runs out. They have an option battery that's 4400, but you have to move stuff around and you have to buy that battery yourself. So I wish they came up with a bigger battery, or at least give the space for a bigger battery out of the box that you don't have to move stuff around. They do have some battery mounting options in the box. Number 6 weakness is it is not licensed. The S10 was not licensed. This F10 is not licensed, but it's obviously a Subaru STI, a beautiful. Even the color is classic Subaru and the rally car. So I wish it was licensed, but it's not. But I thought I saw a badge. Oh, no badge here, but I saw a badge on some other folks. And I'll add to that this back panel is odd. I don't know what happened there, but it just ruins the. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It just ruins the almost perfect body that they have. Number 7 is the remote is not great. As I mentioned, this thing is hard to open. This thing is huge, and it's not quite the quality of the tried and true Rlaarlo Dumbo RC that we have. Number 8 weakness is the gearing is low. This thing has so much punch, so much top speed that they give you a high gear option, a high-speed pinion gear in the box, but they should have installed that and they give you an even higher pinion gear option to get this to 50 miles an hour. As it is, it's about 42 miles an hour. The fact that the wheels, the tire size diameter shrunk means the gearing went lower, so they should have accounted for that. And the number 9 weakness is there was a bunch of pre-production issues. So hopefully you guys will not see this at all, but all the testers, including me, had to deal with these pre-production issues. One of which is our gyro was not adjustable. The second is some folks had an ESC problem; it would be shutting off, and we know about it. I'm not gonna dwell on it, but what it does is I can't test it to the level of accuracy that I wish I could give you guys. But before I close, it's still an amazing vehicle. I'll just show you a body option that we have. So we have this is a killer body. We also have some Tamiya, but boom, look at that. Just like that, it's basically perfect. The width, the wheel well size, and then they give you body clip options at their site to be compatible with this. So you can just punch some body clips, but boom! Got a new vehicle right here, my friends. Not that you'd want to change the Subaru or this F10 body, but there you go. But basically, this is a mind-blowing vehicle in terms of the looks on a stable platform, but it's not perfect yet. But I think a lot of people will be happy the way the package is gonna be available to you guys. All right, guys, thanks a ton.